You think you can take me?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. What I have for you guys today is a video of me unlocking DM Ultra live, and also my tip and tricks for those who are pretty much grinding this camo as well. I know Vanguard is literally around the corner, so people are kind of finding things to do in Cold War. We still have about one season left, so I decided why not go for this camo. Originally, I didn't really care about it, but like I said, I ran out of things to do for Cold War. I decided why not put myself up for the crazy challenge. And I could definitely say that now that I've completed it, it was probably the hardest camo challenge that I've ever had to do in any of the Call of Duties. I've completed a lot of mastery camos in the past, but no game compares to this one as in difficulty wise. So kind of want to share with you guys some tips and tricks, game modes that I use to pretty much unlock this camo. So I hope this video is helpful. If it is, be sure to drop a like down below and let's hop right into it. So to kind of start off everything, this camo does require a lot of patience and a lot of grind to get it, and if you have a high kill death ratio like I do, as you guys can see on screen right now, I do play this game a lot, so the lobbies that I get into are pretty much filled with complete tryhards. There's really no chance of finding players that won't shoot back at you. You'll get those from time to time, but not as often as you would normally get if your KD was about average. So if I was to kind of look back at the different game modes that I used to kind of grind out this camo, the first one that I did was pretty much use a lot of core and hardcore. Of course, everybody knows it's been the same thing for years and years of Call of Duty on pretty much unlocking camos. I did a lot of TDM, domination, hardpoint, combined arms, and I also did a lot of Nuketown 24/7. I did a lot of 12v12 mosh pits, and I did a lot of fire team as well. So these are the game modes and things that I used when I was playing to kind of work on pretty much completing different camos, kind of basing it off which gun I was using that day. If we were to hop into the different classes that we had, the assault rifle is pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. I highly recommend going for these first. You'll have a lot of fun doing the good guns and then leaving all the bad guns for the very end, because that's the time when you start to rage and quit and get off and not want to play just because of how annoying the challenges are. Assault rifle is pretty straightforward. Submachine guns pretty easy as well. The only challenging part would be the point blanks. I personally think those were the hardest for me when I was doing the submachine guns. Tactical rifles took me about a day or two to do them, pretty easy. Light machine guns, pretty easy. You know, you get the stoner, the RPD, the M60, very easy to do. Snipers, on the other hand, were a little bit more challenging for me to get done just because I'm not the best sniper in the game. So getting bloodthirsties was actually pretty challenging for me, and getting these double kills. Also, if you have these guns completed, like the level max, if you have all those completed and you grinded for dark ether like in the past, let me show you guys actually. So if you go over to your gunsmith right here, you have your weapons and your attachments. So technically, usually you have to have your gun above 50 to get all the camo like challenges to be in progress to complete. You kind of have to do that. So I did all the guns when I grinded for Dark Ether. Back in the day, it was a little bit easier because the game was pretty bugged out. So I only had to grind 5 out of the 9 categories, and I ended up getting Dark Ether. That was what my old video was about 6 months ago. A lot of people didn't understand that video, but that's pretty much what it was. The progression was broken. It just made it easier to get. Unfortunately, in multiplayer, by the time I got to it, they already fixed all of that, so you actually have to grind out every single gun, every single camo to kind of get DM Ultra unlocked. So that makes it a little bit challenging right there. But like, if you look at that, I mean, having all the weapons leveled up in zombies makes the progress very easy. If we were to head over to the secondary weapons, biggest key factor I can give you guys out of here is, let me see if I can find one with a pistol on it. Pistols itself, pretty easy. You have the Diamond, the M1911. I could do these in core. They're very easy to do. I highly recommend taking the Magnum to hardcore. That was probably the biggest and challenging one to do for the pistol category. For the other category, which is going to be the Gallows. So we have the shotguns right here. The shotguns, you only have to do 2 of them. You have the Hauer and the Gallo SA-12, the Spaz. Guns are pretty challenging to do just because I said the lobbies I get into, I can't really use a shotgun. It doesn't really do much damage against those people. I mean, you're running against 74, you use Kriegs, XM4s, and even snipers from time to time. So it makes getting bloodthirsty, long shots, point blanks very hard to do. Take these guns to hardcore and they'll go by really fast. If we were to have other categories, we have the launcher category. So this to me has got to be the absolute most annoying one to get done. We look at the different camo challenges, so we have the basic score sheet. Those are pretty easy to get done. I think the hardest one for me here would have to be the ground-based score streaks or vehicles in multiplayer. For some reason, the lobbies that I got into, people really didn't use vehicles that often, but if you get lucky where you get a game they use like 10 or 11 vehicles, just shoot those. But don't keep in mind, or like don't forget, you're going up against other people that are doing it as well, so it's pretty much a fight for first come first serve to see who gets the vehicle kills. So that takes care of the launcher. The other one that's actually here would be the RPG. That, to me, I think Treyarch was trolling us when they made those challenges. They made them very, very, very hard to do. So the launchers itself, just the 2 launchers, took me a lot of luck, a lot of time, and a lot of headaches to get done. The progress took about a week just to get these 2 launchers done. So had a lot of fun with it, but I was really, really angry 85% of the time when I was doing it. Now you have your special weapons. You have the M79, which I absolutely hate, and you have the melee knife. The melee knife, not too bad to do just because you can sneak up behind people. But this gun right here, absolutely the worst gun in multiplayer to get DM Ultra for, or pretty much gold camo, and let me show you guys why that is. If you go over to the challenges, you have to get 50 long shots, which take a very, very long time to do. You have to also get equipment kills, kind of easy. You have to get this one that's pretty hard for me, you know, taking cover. The other one that was hard was the 3 score streaks. Like I said, people don't really run RCXTs or sentry guns. You got to play the fire team to pray people get them out of crates. What else do we have over here? We have the rapid kills, which to me are pretty basic and simple. I mean, they take a lot of work, but if you play hardcore, you have a high chance of getting this done quite quickly. So that's pretty much all the guns that we've gone through in kind of my ranking system of how hard they are to do. Like I said, if you really want something to do while you're waiting for Vanguard and you don't have this camo completed, if you really want it, just go for it, because you can still use it in Warzone in the future when the games all combine together as one, and you can use all the different camos from different games. So I think that's actually really, really cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Vanguard has to offer. But like I said, I hope this video helped you guys out in some way, shape, or form. If it did, please drop a like down below, and I will see you guys in another video. Till next time, peace out.